Behavior analysis has a communication problem, like a big one, and I wanted to talk about it on 3 different fronts or angles today. The first is we nitpick the hell out of each other. We will be so vicious, rude, and just disgusting sometimes. And this isn't like atypical for the internet and in society, I would say, but it's very interesting when you have a field that is here to help with socially significant behavior change that engages in these sort of things. And that's not because we are immune to them. Just because we understand behavior in a different way than others doesn't mean that we're immune to it, right? We're all susceptible to the same sort of things. We're all going to have the environment affect our behavior and such. But it is, I think, a weakness, and it will continue to be highlighted as a weakness of our field if we cannot figure out how to overcome this. Now, the other one is we like to be preached to. We like to hear things that we've already heard, that we know, and again, this makes sense. It's not very, I guess, shocking. It's not really surprising to me. It makes total sense when you understand behavior analysis at the end of the day. I mean, if it's something as a reinforcer and you hear it and you're going to get to engage with that sort of thing, then cool. But for something like this channel, what I'm going through is there's pretty clear things that if you have the right components and the right music and the right person and the right visuals and the right story, it does better. One big component there is things that people already know will do better. So I don't know, like I don't want to sell out on some of the content that I want to be making because the point of this was to create something daily. It's about behavior analysis that I'm interested in and see where this sort of thing goes. So I think I'm going to start with just kind of balancing that on the front of things that I think that are interesting, like maybe some of these books and reviewing books and stuff like that I'll put out. But I don't know, sometimes I get occasional requests for videos where it's like, you know, we all know the definition of a reinforcer. That's not kind of the point of this. I'll link a channel down below that does focus on those sort of things. Takes it from a different angle. But I don't know. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Why do we like being preached to so damn much? And how can we maybe, you know, shift as a culture to sharing things that are different, that are unique, that are kind of pushing the boundaries in different ways rather than just sharing the things that, you know, make us feel good as behavior analysts. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, the third one is that is this bigger area and this bigger discussion to really jump into. And I don't have any data on this, so I'm not saying that there's you know, a data sheet that I can go grab over here and say, boom, this is what's going on. But I don't know, it's kind of something that is definitely out there. You can measure it to an extent. I just don't know if it's really the where I'll get to, if it has any sort of functional effect on the relation. So the thing is we don't ever really hear from the people that are very influential in our community. You pick your poison. If it's a certifying agency, if it's a professional organization, you can even pick really big companies, and these companies that have just massive amounts of staff that are national across the across the country, all the way down to, you know, maybe a smaller company that's growing with 50, 100, 150 employees. The thing is, you do not see with the same frequency those sort of owners and those managers or whoever that is in that role, CEO, president, whoever. And I think this is a big, big mistake on our front. Of course, those folks are getting pulled into other contingencies and other things that they need to be paying attention to. But if you can find just the littlest bit of moment in your day that's relevant to share out with your employees or with your people with the certificates, the people that pay their dues to your professional organization, we'd probably feel a little more connected to you. It wouldn't feel so much like this us and them because you'll be adding to the amount of information that we get to contact. We'd see your face maybe. We get to hear your voice. So, I don't know. For science, it's really good at functional communication and helping people literally speak the first words of their life and have these transformative effects. I don't get why we struggle so much with this. It just seems to be something we should know and we should be able to do. I know I'm saying should, and should's a bad word in our field because it's the contingencies and the things and how they affect their behavior. that really matters there, but I don't know, we're all smart. We could kind of reorganize this and probably do a lot better. So that's my thoughts. Interesting what you have to say. I mean, you could also not do this, that'd be okay too, but it's kind of an empirical question, and as good old Sidman said, I wonder what would happen if we communicated more.